Okay, we're all done with the unit. That means it's time for the test. So here's your study guide to help you get prepared. I will be honest, one of the hardest things on this test is going to be showing your work. So please pay attention to what I'm going to be doing on the paper. This is basically the work that we're expecting to see. The key on a lot of this is basically just seeing, do you understand what the operations are with the numbers? So yes, I fully understand. Most of you can do most of these numbers in your head. That's great, but show the work so that we understand where you're coming from, that you understand the concepts. Okay, our first one, use the number line below to plot the points A through E. Remember, when we're plotting points, I put the dot directly on the line, then the point goes directly above it. The absolute value of -2 is 2, so A is going to go right here. The absolute value of 9 is 9, so B is going to go right here. The absolute value of 1 is 1, so C is going to go right here. The absolute value of 4.5 is 4.5, so that one's going to go right in between the 4 and the 5. And the absolute value of -6 is 6, so E would go here. Use the number line below to show -4 plus its additive inverse. So to show -4, we go right here. Its additive inverse is 4, so if I add 4 to that, it's going to go to 0. So that should have had something similar to that. If you did a dot at 4 and a dot at -4, I probably would have taken that as well. But the way I read the problem, it's showing what they are, so that would be 0. Use the number line below to show 2 plus its additive inverse. So 2 plus its additive inverse is going to take it back to 0. So that's another one. If you plotted it 2 and -2, I probably would have given you credit on that. But because it's asking you to show what it is, that's the actual math. Write a real-world example so that it combines to make 0 in each situation. So the temperature during a blizzard is -12 degrees Fahrenheit. Then the sun comes out. And warms the air by 12 degrees Fahrenheit. So, doesn't matter what your situation is, something that shows a positive 12. The water level rises to 7 feet above normal, then the rain stops. And the water lowers by 7 feet. So something to show that the water is coming back down 7 feet. Yes?
Can you also say that rise is -7 feet?
That's not really good English, so I would not say that.
It rises.
Math isn't English.
It rises.
But they are definitely joint. Yes, Mia.
That makes no sense.
Alright,
Why is
change. Mia.
For the second one, was it okay for me to write below 3?
It honestly doesn't matter. It's a real life situation. Carson. Drives, that's fine. Drives is still coming down. Okay, create an equivalent expression using the additive inverse property. So, did I have to solve this? No. That's literally all you needed to do. Okay. Divide 2/3 below and determine if it will terminate or repeat. So all it's saying is the top guy's the winner. He goes in the house, the loser's left out in the rain. Will not go into 2, so I add a decimal. So we go 6. Gives me a 2, that means it's going to repeat. So that alone should have shown it. The fact that you understand bar notation is repeating, if you added that it repeats, that's just an extra bonus. Okay, our next one. Now we're getting into the rules. So it's adding, so I compare my signs. The opposite, that means they fight. So 16 minus 8 gives me 8. The big guy's negative. That's the kind of work I expect to see. Not just an answer, right, Danny?
Yeah, Mr. Morrissey.
Good.
Yeah, guys. Yeah.
Okay. Do we subtract integers?
No, we actually have the opposite.
No, I add the opposite. So your first step here should have been saying -4 plus the opposite of -7 is 7. Now my signs are the opposite of positive, sorry, is negative. So the signs are the same. That means they're going to add together. And they're both negative, so they like each other. It's going to be a negative answer.
See, Mr. Moore?
Same, I don't add, I don't subtract, so I'm going to add the opposite. So 24 plus 9, now my signs are opposite, meaning they fight. So they subtract, it's going to give me a 15. The big guy wins, it's negative. Negative 15.
See how I show my work, Mr. Moore?
Okay, our next one, opposite signs, means that they're going to fight. So 85 minus 625, I need to borrow. It gives me a 5, 2, 2. Big guy's negative, so my answer is negative. Again, I don't subtract, so I need to first change it to addition. The opposite of a negative is a positive. And now I have the same sign, meaning I'm just going to add 10 and 8 tenths plus 6 and 4 tenths. 12, my decimal comes straight down. 7, so it's 17 and 2 tenths. This one, it is adding. I compare my signs, they're the same. That means they like each other, so they're going to just add. 54 and 26, sorry. Plus 15 and 42 hundredths. 8, 6, decimal, 9, 6. They're both negative. They like each other, so my answer is negative.
Wait, I have to show my work.
Opposite signs, these are actually going to subtract. So 2 and 7 tenths minus 1 and 1/2. Step 1, I need to get to the common denominator. So that's going to make that 5 tenths. 7 minus 5 gives me 2. 2 minus 1 is 1. I can simplify this one. Gives me 1 and 1/5. Big guy is positive. My answer is positive. This one, step 1, I need to make it addition. So I'm going to add the inverse. The opposite of a positive 1 7/8 is a negative 1 7/8. Meaning my signs are now opposite, so they're going to fight. So 1 7/8 minus 5/8. 7 minus 5 gives me a 2. That's 5/8. Gives me 2/8. 1 minus nothing is a 1. This can simplify. Divided by 2 gives me a 1 and 1/4. The big guy is negative. My answer is negative.
Hey, Mr. Moore, from now on.
Guys, quiet. I'm trying to go through all of them. Again, I've got subtraction, meaning I need to add the opposite. The opposite of a 7/8 is a negative 7/8. First thing I need to do, I'm comparing signs or opposites. 7/8 is going to be bigger. So I'm going to subtract. I have to have a common denominator, so multiplying this one by 2 gives me 2/8. 7 minus 2 gives me a 5. The big guy is negative, so it's a negative 5/8. Michael needs 6.5 feet of metal flashing to complete a household project. He has 2 small pieces measuring 3 1/8 feet and 1 3/4. How many feet of metal fastening does he need to purchase? So first I need to add these two together. So 3 1/8 plus 1 3/4. First thing I need to do is the common denominator, so I'm going to make that 6/8. 6 and 1 gives me 7/8. 3 and 1 gives me a 4. But I need 6 1/2. So to figure out what I still need, I need to subtract that. Meaning I need to multiply this one by 4 to get my common denominator. 4 can't subtract 7, so I need to borrow. Remember, when I borrow, I'm just adding those two together because I borrowed 8/8. So this is now 12/8. 12 minus 7 gives me 5. 5 minus 1 is 1. So he needs 1 5/8 feet of flashing.
Does this kind of show my work?
Hopefully. A chemist is observing a solution's temperature over a 4-hour period that starts at negative 12 4/10. In the 4 hours, the temperature rises 5 7/10 degrees and drops 8 1/10 degrees Celsius. What is the temperature after the 4 hours? So this one, a big piece of this is making sure you're doing the right operation. So I started at a negative 12 4/10. And then I added 5 7/10, meaning I'm actually going to subtract because they have different signs. instead of the addition, see if I can do it. See if I can make it subtracting. So I need to borrow, gives me 11, 7, 6. So instead of negative 6 and 7/10, then it drops another 8 and 1/10. That means that the signs are the same. So I'm going to add. Gives me 14 and 8/10. So the temperature is negative 14 and 8/10 degrees Celsius at the end. Okay, number 18. Callie's cat lost 4.5 pounds before having surgery. 2 weeks after having surgery, her cat gained 2 7/8 pounds. What was the total change in weight? So it was a negative 4.5 plus 2 7/8, meaning my signs are opposite, so I'm actually going to subtract 4 1/2 minus 2 7/8. I have to have a common denominator. That makes that 4/8. Can't do 4 minus 7, so I need to borrow. That's going to make it 12. 12 minus 7 gives me 5/8. 3 minus 2 is 1. And it is still a negative. So the cat was still down 1 5/8 pounds. Or something to show that it had lost 5/8. Or 1 5/8. Okay, the Boston Club's raising money for new net equipment. They need $842.30 to make this purchase. They received a $300 donation. The remaining amount will be equally divided among 4 different fundraisers throughout the summer. How much money will each fundraiser need to raise to buy the equipment? So there's our question. So first I need to take the 300 from the 842. That gives me 542.60. Because I've already taken that first $300 donation. I'm doing this over 4 different fundraisers. We're just doing the division. Gives me a 1 minus 5 gives me a 4. 14 is going to go 3 times. 12 gives me a 2. 22 is going to go 7. 21 gives me a 1, so now it's 16. That's a 4. Minus 16 is a 0. So they need $137.40 for each one. Yes? Because they received $300 donation. So I take that 300 from the 842 that they need total. They've already paid $300 of it.
And then I donated. We need $135. Yeah. So did they? Yeah, it was 60. Oh yeah. How did you get 60? It's 500.
Oh, sorry, it's 36. Oh. That just changes a little bit of the math. That makes sense.
It should be $135.59.
Hold on. So that would be a 13. So that's a 3. 3 gives me 12. So then it's, no. That's a 13. Gives me, what did I do? Let me restart that one. Thank you for pointing that out. So it's 542.36, not 60. Divided by 4 gives me 1. 14 is 3. 12 is 22. 7, 21 is 13. That's a 3 still. Minus 12 is 16. There we go. So 100. Whoa, that's interesting. So they need $137.34 for each fundraiser. Thank you for that correction. So we got the right answer on the video. Any other questions on that page? So it should come out to 137.34, guys. Okay, now we're just doing the multiplying and division rules. So 16 times 12. This should be the easiest one. I do the math first, and then I apply the sign. So 16 times 12 gives me 12 3 16, 192. They're opposite, that means they hate each other, so it's negative. 56 divided by 8 is going to go 7 times. They're the same, so it's going to be a positive. 9 times 16, 16 times 9, 54, 144. They're the same, so it's positive. They love each other. 8 and 9 tenths times 1 and 4 tenths. I have 2 decimal places. Gives me 36, 35, 0, 9, 8. Add them up. 6, 14, 11, 12. Put in my 2 decimal places. So 12 and 46 hundredths are opposite, so they hate each other. It's a negative. 9 and 1 tenth divided by 2 and 6 tenths. Remember, I can't have a decimal in my divisor, so I need to move it. So that's going to go about 3. Go 1878. Gives me 3, 130. Not a 0 yet, so I'll bring down a 0. Bring my decimal up to my answer. That's going to go about 5 times. 130 comes out to 0. Signs are opposite. That means they hate each other. So a negative 3 and 5 tenths. 5 and 1 tenths divided by 1 and 5 tenths. Again, can't have a decimal in my divisor, so I need to move that. That's going to go about 3 times. 45 gives me a 6. Still not a 0, so I bring a decimal up. So that's a 6. 60 is going to go 4 times. Subtract 60, I get a 0. They're the same. That means they love each other, so it's positive. 6 sevenths times 3 fourths. Multiplying is the easiest one. Look for my reduction. I can divide those by 2. Gives me 9 over 7. So that's going to go 1 and 2 sevenths. They're both negative. That means they're the same. They love each other. It's positive. Yes, Nolan.
Are you doing the 6 sevens on purpose now?
Yes. So I figure if I do it enough, you guys will hate it, and then we'll stop hearing about it. Yes. Okay, our next one. I cannot divide fractions, so I'm going to multiply by the reciprocal. So 8 ninths times 3 halves. Remember, you cannot do reductions until it's multiplication. But now that it's multiplication, I can look for those reductions. Gives me a 1 and a 3, a 1 and a 4. So that becomes 4 thirds, which becomes 1 and 1/3. Opposite signs means they hate each other. My sign is negative. Yes, ma'am?
I think we're 26 is about the 0.
On which one?
26.
Oh, I did. That's 14ths. Thank you.
Look at me,
Sorry, Nolan had me all distracted. So 9/14ths, and that's my final answer. It's positive.
why should I do Mr. Warren? He's so kind.
No, that's good. Okay, our next one. I first need to do my slam dunk. So that's going to be 7 thirds times 4 fifths. Now it's just multiplying, nothing to reduce. Gives me 28 over 15. 15 are going to 28 once with 13 left over. They do have opposite signs. That means they hate each other, so it's negative. Joy is reading a 352-page novel for her Slumming Reading Project. On Monday, she reads 3/8 of the novel. On Tuesday, she reads 28 pages. And on Wednesday, she reads 1/4 of the novel. How many more pages does she need until she finishes? So the way I would do this one is just figure out your the fractional piece first. So I've got 1/4 and 3/8. So that's 3/8 plus 1/4. Which I need to multiply by 2 to get a 2/8. So that's going to be 5/8 of the novel. Getting to today's lesson, there were a lot of you forgot that we can do this as fractions, right? Or as proportions. It's 5/8 out of 342, but I don't know how much that is, do I?
Oh.
So now we can just do some baseball. 5 times 342. Actually, we can go over here because I know there's reductions I can do. Divided by 8. I can divide those by 2. That's going to be 170. Did I write that right? 352. Ooh, it's like something doesn't seem right. 352 gives me 176. I can divide those by 2. That's going to give me 88. I can divide those by 2, gives me 44. So 44 times 5 gives me 220, plus she's read 28, so that's 248. So she's already read 248. There's 352 minus the 248 total, meaning she still needs to read 104. So she has 104 pages left. Next one, Lainey walks 2 1/3 miles to school from her house and rides the bus home. And she attended school 5 times last week. How many miles did she walk? So she's only doing the 2 1/3 each day times 5. So 2 1/3 times 5. Slam dunk gives us 7/3 times 5 over 1. No reductions gives me 35 over 3. So that's going to go 10 2/3 miles she has walked.
Just 11.
11, thank you. 11 2/3. Man, I'm really off today.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, 11 2/3 miles. A lot of it's because I'm trying to rush because we've got 3 minutes left. An art teacher is hosting a summer art camp. She has a total of $180 to purchase snacks, drinks, and art supplies. He buys 45 bags of chips at 55 cents each and 45 juice boxes at 80 cents each. How much money does he have for the art supplies? So all that is multiplying those out. 45 times 55 cents at 2 decimal places gives me 25, 22, 2, 2, 5, 5, 7, 24.75 on the chips, and 45 times 80 at 1 decimal gives me 40, 36 with 1 decimal. So add those two together, gives me 75 cents, $60.75. I've got $180. So I need you to do the 180 minus 60.75, 0.00. That's going to borrow all the way across. Gives me 5, 2, 9, 1, $119 left. And 25 cents for art supplies. Guys, don't forget that you get to do a reference sheet to help you. I would definitely write the rules down. Size up for cell plan is credit card to pay for. His bill each month is $46.80. One impact will cell phone on a savings account over the period of a year. So I'm doing literally $46.80 times 12. Gives me 2 decimals. 0, 16, 13, 9. If you need it, you can check the answer, but it's going to be 0, 6, 11, 16, $561.60. Good luck, guys. I hope you're ready for the test. Okay, so that full sentence would be his savings account lost $561.60. Okay, guys, don't forget to have your reference sheet ready when you get to class. You get one full 8x11 sheet, front and back. Good luck.